What's up, guys? Today's video is going to be about what tools do you need to buy when you're first starting out. And I'm not necessarily going to go into, what's, general tools to buy, screwdrivers, ratchets, sockets, hammers, all those things. Those are pretty obvious that you need those. And so I'm kind of talking about uh, what to buy after you have the basics, after you have the sockets, and this could even apply for what sockets to buy and what do you need, what do you use the most, what's the biggest priority. And this is just what I have. I haven't really seen anybody do a video about this yet, so I'm going to be kind of doing what I do. And I'm kind of blessed to work in a shop where I can kind of borrow people's tools and they don't get too fussy about it. That doesn't mean I like to do it. So I kind of go here. As you see, I apologize for the writing. Some crap might be misspelled and stuff, and I'm kind of, my mindset is, if I own my own shop one day, if I own my own shop, then there's going to be nobody else to borrow tools from. So I want to have every tool that I use for my job, I want to have, even if I've used it one time, even a simple putty knife that, I borrowed from somebody. I marked that down because I want that. I want to have that. I don't want, if I'm running my own shop one day, I can't borrow from somebody else. So I guess, so then you got your your different your different items. As you see, 3S Impact I just bought. Hex sockets, bought that in the Husky set. Got the Snap-on 3/8 metric sockets, and and then you just mark how many times you've borrowed them, and it's just simple as that. And that way so if the tool guy comes in and say, oh, if you buy this, it's 50% off, or whatever the deal is, you look on your thing, oh, do I need that? Have I used that? That way you're not buying just cool shit that you think that you need or you think is cool, but you're never going to use it. This kind of keeps it, okay, and it kind of gives you a priority. So like if you're like, oh, I have some money to spend on some tools, what's my next in line? Okay, drill bits. I probably should get some more drill bits. Scraper, whatever, stubby wrenches, and then your lesser, 90-degree pick, probably not right away. Taps and tap sockets, probably not right away. I do, and even simple as this, I do have blowguns. Like I have a couple blowguns, but there's a guy at work who has an extremely long blowgun, and I used that long blowgun one time, and so I marked that down because eventually I'd like to get one because I used it. This might not make sense to you. This may make sense to you, and this may not make sense to you. Maybe you just mark, maybe if it's just some random thing, that you happen to need a steel driver for, or big, maybe you don't use, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's some freak thing that you needed it and you're never gonna use it again. Maybe you don't want to buy that, and maybe you go a cheaper route. This is also helps you. If you don't use a quarter-inch breaker bar very often, you don't need to buy the Snap-on one. You can buy a Harbor Freight one and get be just fine. Or because this is a 3/8 battery ratchet. I don't use that very much, so it's not, and that's kind of a bit pricey, so I'm not buying it right away because I've only borrowed it 6 times, or I guess, so that's kind of how I do things, right or wrong, but everybody has their own way. Just another idea out there, so you can kind of think about that, and so you can be spending your tool budget wisely and on tools that you're actually going to be using, and not just stuff that you think is cool. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a good day.